Welcome to Attention Retention, the podcast where we explore the world of recruitment and retention in the trucking and logistics industry. I'm your host, Jackie McManus, CEO of KJ Media, a recruitment advertising agency specializing in this space. Today, we'll discuss how to optimize your recruitment message and how we can help you build a strong and reliable workforce. Make sure to like and subscribe on whatever channel you're listening to so you can stay up to date with all future content.
Welcome to Attention Retention with Jackie McManus, your source for the latest trends in transportation recruitment and retention.
In today's podcast, we will be discussing the importance of optimizing your recruitment message to attract the right talent. We all know that recruitment messages are just like any other two-person conversation. And if you want to show a genuine interest and curiosity in the other person, the conversation will be more rewarding. Therefore, a compelling recruitment message should make the candidate feel heard and valued. You should make the position seem like a good fit for them. The trucking industry is competitive in attracting and finding the right candidates through CDL drivers, warehouse workers, diesel techs, and other hourly positions. One piece that always stands out is how similar job postings across the board are. If you get a chance, go to Indeed.com, type in CDL truck driver jobs. Guaranteed you can copy and paste the core black and white of resumes and put a different company name on top of that. And really, in today's market, 84% of candidates today care more about the culture than the black and white of the job description. So the question is, how are you getting the message across to different generations that are in the current workforce? When it comes to creating a good recruitment message, it's important to focus on both concrete and abstract details. Of course, the concrete details you need to focus on, and those include pay, home time, benefits, really the black and white of the job description. It's the baseline of what your company can provide financially for employees. But what carriers also need to focus on is the abstract details that can differentiate them from companies. Abstract details include company culture, driver-dispatcher relationships, driver respect and appreciation, and work-life balance. I recently was talking to a driver, and he was telling me that he's been with the same company for about 15 years, and there are other companies out there that pay couple cents more, maybe a couple dollars more than his current trucking company that he's working with. He's choosing to stay at this company because of the relationship that he has with the dispatcher team. And so that really doesn't go unnoticed. With that company, I think they have about 150, 200 employees. They are leveraging the retention rate that they have with their current drivers and utilizing that in their advertising. So instead of just putting in the black and white of the job description, really you want to offer quotes, testimonials from current drivers on why they're staying with your company. It's really optimizing your message. It really does start with asking your current employees why they like working for your company and why they've chosen to stay with your company. So driver-dispatcher relationships is just one example of why new drivers should join a company. And having that positive attitude of a driver manager, and that showcases to the relationship to the driver, that's really what drivers want to see, is how are they going to be treated when things aren't going great. And let's face it, we're in the transportation industry. There's going to be issues that come about every day. And really drivers want to make sure that they feel valued, they are being heard, and that there's actually solutions to the challenges that they're facing. Abstract benefits can carry a lot of weight in attracting and retaining drivers. Companies really should put a great deal of thought into benefit packages for drivers, but the current economy forces us to think outside the box a little bit. So soft benefits such as free streaming services, coffee vouchers, discount programs for different services really convey the additional value that companies place on their team. A flexible pay schedule is a great perk that is simple to implement and you can set you apart from the competition. We spoke recently in a podcast about gym memberships. That's something that we've been seeing more of, and something that we instituted I instituted about 15, 17 years ago when I was working for a truck driver staffing agency. Allowing drivers to take their dogs with them on the road is fun and a stress-free way of reducing the day-to-day stresses that the drivers have on a daily basis. So really the point is, when you have staff that works independently outside of the office, going the extra mile to foster those relationships keeps morale high. It's really critical for your overall retention. If there's one thing that's more important than hiring good people to work for you in this economy, it really is retaining them. And so by optimizing your recruitment message, you're able to target the right amount of quality candidates. And that's really it's about, is targeting quality candidates over the quantity of candidates. And over the years, with these multi-carrier apps, which I think can be a great addition to some companies, not all companies, just because of the speed that you need to contact those drivers, and you really need to make sure your back end is up to speed. Really making sure that you are advertising on the right platforms that are getting you the most qualified candidates. You can go ahead and post your ad on Indeed. And again, Indeed is another great job board that we utilize as well on behalf of carriers. But it's about streamlining that message so that you're getting, out of 100 leads that deemed qualify, maybe you're only getting 50 that actually meet your criteria. And that's because you're optimizing your recruitment messaging. Video is another form of messaging that you really want to put out there, because as I mentioned before, it 10x's over any still asset. These testimonials that you have with your current workforce can just be a more attractive to potential candidates than just the concrete details. Marrying both concrete and abstract details will give your team the competitive edge when it comes to recruiting and retaining the best talent. Remember, candidates want to feel heard and valued, and creating a compelling recruitment message that focuses on the right candidates. Pause. Let's do this again, JB. Marrying both. Let me pause again for you. Marrying both concrete and abstract details will give your team the competitive edge when it comes to recruiting and retaining the best talent. Remember, candidates want to feel heard, they want to feel valued, and creating a compelling recruitment message that focuses on the right details can and will make all the difference. Take the time, put the energy in really looking at your recruitment message on a quarterly basis with the team members that all have direct impact with the drivers, warehouse workers, diesel technicians. If not, utilize companies like KJ Media. That's what we're supposed to do, is really make your company stand out from the competition. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.